How's it going, guys? Brian with Buffalo Beer Reviews, back with a beer for National Beer Day. We're going to try to keep this real short and curt. I know my retention time doesn't seem to be the longest on YouTube, so we're going to keep it short and sweet. Today we're going to take a look at the Tangerine Pale Ale from the New York Beer Project, one of two beers that was just released a couple of days ago. And this thing was amazing. Clocks in at 5.3% ABV with 32 IBUs. I got jack shit for a write-up online or on Untapped, and that's just sad because this is a really nice beer, and I think that people would really play ball and appreciate kind of reading about what they're drinking. You know what I mean? I went to the Beer Project today. I had their kind of West Coast Pale Ale, not their destination, and I had this as well, and I was really surprised by it. So I know it's not the best pour because this was a little agitated from the ride home, a little short stay in the freezer just to kind of chill it. But this thing is all sorts of amazingly, this really dense and dark orange sort of like peach sort of colored beer. Man, hazy for days, really well carbonated. It's got this really cool like off like tan sort of looking head to it, really tight bubbles. You know what I mean? And it has this really cool concentrated sort of marmalade, candied sort of tangerines. Do you know what I mean? Tangerine Pale Ale. Not really getting a whole lot else. There's no real dankiness to it. There's no real sort of like any other hop presence. It's just this really cool concentrated citrusy vibe to it. And you know, it's 5.3. Didn't get really much else on it, so I wasn't really expecting a whole lot of other sort of like dankiness to it, but you never know. Hints of like a breadiness, like a doughiness sort of off the real faint ass end of that aroma. Do you know what I mean? Sweet dough. Anyway, let's see how this thing treats us, right? Cheers. It is good. I think you're gonna notice up front that this is a very it seems like a flavor forward sort of IPA, or I'm sorry, flavor forward pale ale, not an India Pale Ale. But the body behind it isn't super heavy. It's not super like thick. You get these really cool little tangerine notes, and then it kind of just fades back down to baseline. It's really good. So you get this really cool looking hazy pale ale looking body, really nice aromas, a good initial upfront sort of flavor profile, and then this short curt sort of body to it, and you're ready to drink another one. Really. There is a very light and bright sort of malty presence to this. Like I said, there was zero write-up on it, so I don't know what kind of hops and or malts and or whatever they used in this, but very, like I said, light and bright sort of malty presence, very light and bright and citrus hoppy presence, and it just plays really well. And I think spring may have finally broke here in Buffalo, and you know, you're doing some yard work and it's 57, it's 65 degrees, and you're doing some yard work, and this was a no-brainer. Like, this is something that you could put away after doing some yard work times 2 or 3, you know, very easy to do. The 5.3 I think is right down the middle of the road. I don't think it's underwhelming at all. I think because of the sort of aggressive nature of those the citrus sort of notes, I don't think you're going to be missing anything on the ABV brevity. I mean, overall, no, I still think that it drinks really nicely for a 5.3er. It really does. I don't think anything about this comes across to me as a session. And I know a lot of people like to throw that term around when ABV gets to X point or Y point. This just doesn't drink like a session to me. It really doesn't. I get oh so slightly bits of like really thin, watered down sweetness on the follow through, on the aftertaste. But you know, with that sort of characteristic, that it goes away really quickly, and you're just left with this cool little tangerine pale ale, and it really does do me really well. I had 2 of them at the brewery. Decided to grab a crowler to show you guys on the video for National Beer Day. Yes, sir. If I had time and unlimited availability, I would absolutely be up at the New York Beer Project to have more of this. This is nice. I like this a lot. So that's it for me, guys. I don't know if you guys could tell, but this crowler is not going to be a hard one to finish. 5.3, you know what I mean? But that's it for me. I really do appreciate all the watches and the thumbs up and the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.